Right, welcome back to another Mr. Crawford PSHE lesson. On Monday, we looked at goal settings, and then on Tuesday, you looked at creating your own charter and rules and consequences. So today we are learning to understand how rumour spreading and name calling can be bullying. Now hopefully you all know that already, but it's just good to emphasise it. And this is building on from yesterday's lesson where we were looking at racism, different types of racism, and looking at it from different perspectives as well as briefly looking at unconscious bias. So, what is bullying? We'll cover this a lot. We covered this from reception right till year 5, so hopefully you should be clear on it. But people do get confused by it, and it's important to know what is and isn't bullying. If you would like, you could discuss it with someone near to you, or you can write it down, see what your definition of bullying is, and see how it may differ from what we've got. But moving on to the next slide. In fact, I'll give you some time in case you want to do that. So what is bullying? So the key point of bullying that often gets forgotten is that it is continuous. So if someone who is bullying is someone who's doing it repeatedly over and over again, it's not just a one-off incident. So it's something that happens over and over again. It's done purposely to hurt someone. They know that that person's being hurt and they don't like it, and they continue to do so. And often it also has a power imbalance where it may be a group of people picking on one person, or someone who's older picking on that person, or there's some sort of power imbalance where the person who is the victim isn't able to stop the bullying. Bullying is not when it happens only once. So when someone's being bullied, if someone says something or does something that's horrible that happens one time, cannot turn around and say that person is a bully. It has to be more than once. Sometimes it's done accidentally. If someone says or does something and it's an accident, they didn't realise what they did, they didn't realise the implications, or that they had hurt someone's feelings, and they've apologised, then again, that's not bullying. And if it's happening in a situation where they've said and done something and no one's being hurt or offended, then that's not bullying. If someone says something within a group and you feel hurt and offended, and then you voice that and they continue to do it, then you can consider that as bullying. But if no one said that they're offended or hurt by what's being said, then you can't accuse that person of being a bully. So today's main task is pretty simple. You're going to create your own story all about bullying and stopping bullying. You can build this off from yesterday's lesson. If you want to look at it as take a bit of a risk and make the story about you being the bully, or someone of your friends being the bully and bullying someone that you don't like anyways, and seeing what situation you would do. Would you do the right thing? What would be your dilemma within that? If you're stuck for ideas, I'd put those 4 videos on. They're quite good. How you share this narrative is up to you. I've given you a list: play script, written story, comic strips, voice recorded, animated, or you can film it with your toys and teddies, whatever, cutouts of the figures. So it's really up to you how you share the story. But good luck, and I hope to see them soon.